section C, question number 2. Section C, question number 2. If I work out this particular problem, you can possible to work out almost all the problems which belongs to section B, which belongs to section B. I will work out now section C, question number 2, but you can possible to work out section B, second problem, third problem, fourth problem, sixth, seventh. All these problems are almost similar, only change in figures. Only change in figures. The rest of everything is same. But I will work out this problem now. Following are the summarized balance sheet of Chetak Limited as on 31st December 2013 as follows. Share capital 40,000 shares of 10 each 4 lakh, reserve fund 1 lakh, profit and loss 35,000, 9% debentures 1 lakh, current liabilities 1 lakh 30, goodwill 1 lakh, fixed asset 4 lakh 50, current assets 1 lakh 90, preliminary expenses 25,000. For the purpose of valuation of shares, the fixed assets were valued at rupees 5 lakhs. Fixed assets were valued at rupees 5 lakhs. Goodwill at rupees 1 lakh 50,000. There is a necessary of RBD at 10% on sundry data 75,000. It found that stock was overvalued by 9,000. The net profit of the last 3 years 69,000, 71,800, 90,200. Out of the profit 20% placed to reserve and normal rate of return is 10%. Normal rate of return is 10%. Calculate the value of share under net asset method and yield method. But in this particular case, he is given a revalued figure. Goodwill is given 1 lakh 50 revalued figure. Fixed asset 1 lakh 50,000, 5 lakh. Thereafter, there is a necessary of RBD at 10% on debtor at rupees 75,000, and it found that stock is overvalued by 9,000. These two adjustments should be done. Done. But in the balance sheet, there is no debtors. There is no stock. There is no debtor. There is no stock. In the balance sheet, there is a current asset. Directly, which is given current asset as 1,90,000. In such case, we are supposed to assume current asset means is a product of stock, data, cash, and bills. Put together is called as a current asset. So the RBD should be deducted from debtors. The debtors means what? Current asset. Already the debtor which is got included in this. So RBD should be deducted from this. Stock overvalue. Overvaluation means depreciation. Undervaluation means appreciation. Overvaluation. Stock is also included in the current asset. So the overvaluation should be deducted from current asset only. If any adjustment we can get stock, debtors, cash and bills. If suppose we can put together current asset, we are supposed to assume stock, debtor, cash which is included in the current asset. At the time of revaluation, at the time of adjustment, the adjustment should be adjusted against current asset. That we are supposed to keep in your mind. Now, I will go for net asset method. Calculation of value of share under net asset method. Calculation of value of share under net asset method. Net asset method. Now, calculation of net assets. Calculation of net asset. First, goodwill is given here. Goodwill, but balance sheet is given 1 lakh, but the adjustment is given 1,50,000. So revalued figure is given 1,50,000. Current next fixed asset is given here, but in the balance sheet 4,50,000, but the adjustment which is given 5 lakhs. So you should have supposed to take revalued figure 5 lakhs. Next is current assets 1,90,000, but there is an adjustment for this stock and debtor adjustment. What the adjustment talks here is there is an RBD of debtor at 10% on debtor, 10% on debtor, sundry debtor 75,000 ಅವನೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. So less RBD 75,000 into 10%, that means 7,500. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈ 75,000 ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, this is given for the sake of calculation, suppose in the balance sheet it is given debtors, that should be done against debtors only, but here product is given, total is given, current asset is given, so there is a reason it should be deduct from this. So this will become 1,82,500. Thereafter less stock overvaluation. Overvaluation means depreciation. Overvaluation means depreciation, which is given as 9,000. Why sir we are supposed to deduct from stock from current asset? Because current asset is a product of stock. Total ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? 1,73,500. Thereafter in the balance sheet preliminary expenses, I told you fictitious asset cannot be taken. That's all. Do the total of this. 8,23,500. Less liabilities. While talking about the liabilities, equity share capital cannot be taken. Reserve fund is ownership liability should not be taken. Profit and loss should not be taken. 9% debentures. 9% debenture. You're supposed to give it in 1 lakh. There is no adjustment for that. Thereafter, current liability. Current liability, which is given here as 1,30,000, nothing else. That's all. Total will be 2,30,000. Deduct that, you will get 5,93,500. Less preference share capital. Preference share capital is nil. Do the total of this. 5,93,500 as net asset. Thereafter, value of share is equal to net asset divided by number of equity shares. What the net asset we found? 5,93,500 divided by number of equity shares is given the balance sheet. 40,000 equity shares of tennis. So divided by 40,000 should be 14.84 as value of share and the net asset method. Next method, calculation of yield value of shares. Calculation of value of share under yield method. First you are supposed to calculate profit available. Calculation of profit available. That should be, so the profit which is given for the 3 years. First year profit is 69,000. Thereafter second year 71,800. Third year 90,200. But if there is a bad debt, supposed to deduct, but there is no bad debts, RBD ಅನ್ನು minus ಮಾಡುವಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, only bad debt ಅನ್ನು. Total ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? 2,31,000. Average supposed to do divided by 3, 77,000. Less transfer to reserve fund. In this particular problem is clearly mentioned 20% of profit transfer to reserve. 77,000 into 20 by 100 should be 15,400. 61,600 less preference dividend, but in this particular problem there is no preference share, so there is no preference dividend. Now thereafter next step here is calculation of capitalized profit. Calculation of capitalized profit, that's equal to profit available divided by number of equity shares. Profit available in this particular case is 61,600 divided by number of equity share, which is given in the balance sheet as 40,000. You will get
1.54.
Number of equity share, that should be so into 1. So sorry, I made a mistake. Formula profit available divided by normal rate of return into 100. I made a mistake. Profit available divided by normal rate of return into 100. That is 61,600 divided by normal rate of return in this particular case is 10 into 100. Should be how much? 6,16,000. Next step, yield value of share equal to expected profit divided by number of equity shares. Expected profit here is 6,16,000 divided by number of equity shares, which is given in the balance sheet as 40,000. So value of share is how much? 15.4. Now last step, fair value of share. Calculation of fair value of share. Fair value of share is equal to fair value of share value of share under net asset method plus value of share under yield method divided by 2. Value of share under net asset method here is how much you found? 14.84 plus 15.6 divided by 2. What is the value of share? Fair value of share? 15.12. That's all.
92.46.
But in your home, you are supposed to work out section B. I will read once again. Section B, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. You are supposed to work out in your home. Supposed to work out in your home. Is almost similar.
22.6.
22.82 అది 15.4
7. I copied, yeah.